Hello, good morning, class. Also, teachers that are seeing this right now. What I'd like to go over today is my modern world history class. I'll be teaching this to 7th graders. Now, what we start our day off with is the daily five. So, for some teachers that don't know what the daily five is, what the daily five is my way of getting their brain started with a brain teaser or some quote to get them thinking about history, and then outside of just Rome, Mesopotamia, the Muslims. I want them to think about what's going on in current day and use that to correlate to what we're learning. So, in our first part of our daily five is our quote. So today's quote is, "A heart without the Quran is like a ship without a compass." Number 2 is, what does this quote mean to you? Now, I took this from a kid and I had him read it out loud. So what he said this quote means to him is that with his brain, if he didn't have it, his nervous system cannot function, not allowing him now to be active, and he likes to be active. So I thought, hey, that's what he thought this quote means, and I'm going to respect that, and I'm going to say, no, that's not a wrong answer. Alright, our number 3. So number 3, what we do is, how does this relate to him? Now the last student, he could use that and say that related to him in that certain way, and that's what he thought the quote meant. I took this from another student. This student said, as a Christian in my religion, what I hold dear to me in my heart is the Bible. He believes that that's what leads him and guides him to have a righteous life. So again, this is him correlating that quote to his Christian beliefs. Alright, number 4. What we do on 4 is compare and contrast. So with their partner next to him, to the left of them, they will discuss, hey, what they feel like this quote meant to them, and compare the ideas and share. Number 5. What we do here is go over how this relate to what we're discussing today. So we're actually talking about Muslim and the period. So the kids had said this relates to the Muslim culture and religion, to find their Quran. They find their Quran precious, and that they live by that book. Alright, what we do right now is transition to our vocabulary. So this is chapter 2, section 1. What I have the students do is that I project the vocabulary words just to make this go easier for them. Not that they're researching and trying to find the vocabulary words in the back of the book or in the chapter. So right here in my projector, we have the list of vocabulary words. We have the Quran, Muhammad, the 5 pillars, Islam, and Allah. I'll go over it quickly with you guys. So the Quran, the sacred text of Islam, considered by Muslims to contain the revelations of God to Muhammad. Muhammad, an Arab prophet and founder of Islam, Muslims regard him as God's messenger through whom the Quran was revealed. Muhammad established a theocratic state at Medina at 622 BC and began to convert Arabia to Islam. The 5 pillars. The 5 bases of Islam faith are confession of faith, prayer, almsgiving, fasting, especially during the month of Ramadan, which happens to be this month, actually in 2 weeks. And then the last one, the pilgrimage to Mecca. Now I could give you the rest of the vocabulary, but I do not want to waste time on this video talking. So let's move on to the next one. So after the vocabulary is done, I have the kids put away their stuff quickly within a minute. And now I only give them a minute. Now if they continue to go forward with the minute, now we're getting behind and it's pushing us back on our learning. So I will tell them, you got 1 minute to put away their stuff. So at this point of the class period, we'll be doing our lecture. So from my notes, from the text, and what I've researched and looked over, I will give them a 20-minute lecture on this section. From that point, I usually like to go to a YouTube video. Now this one is by Crash Course on YouTube. I like to use this man because he knows how to simplify historic terms for every type of student, so, and makes it in a fun way. So again, I just like to use other sources just to help the kids understand the topic better, and that way they can have an easy time learning. Now I'll play some of his video so you can see what the video is about.
Early Islamic history because we don't learn about it, because we're taught that our history is the story of Christianity in Europe, when in fact our history is the story of people on the...
Alright, after that video and after the lecture, I have the students do a chapter section reflection. So usually these questions are based off the book. I take a couple of these questions from the book, and then the rest I make up on my own, just to give them an opportunity to think outside the box, not to try to just look for the answer in the book or see if the answer is in the back of the book if it's given to them. So here are some of the questions that I wrote down for them to write about. How does the Quran differentiate from the other religious books? And then after that, they have the text on the Google Doc form to write about it. Once they're done writing, they submit the form. I go over it within the next 72 hours, grade it, and give it back to them so they can see what the right answer is, if they got it correct, and they can use that as future notes for test. Next question I have right here is, after reading about the 5 pillars of Islam, how does it connect to American society? Does it? Can you relate it to your religious beliefs? And then we'll repeat the process. Type their answer in. It could be in a paragraph form. It could be a couple sentences long. It's whatever my Google Doc allows them to do. This next one, I like to do this because I feel that social media is an outlet of learning about history by following people that are historians, seeing links to YouTube videos about history. So what I asked the students at the beginning of the school year, and they've seen this in their syllabus, is that they must have a Twitter account to do some of these activities that I have planned for them throughout the school year. So right here, I have them post a tweet on Twitter about their religious beliefs. Screenshot it, add it to the Google Doc form, and then I'll look at it. What I like to do is see if the kids really attempt to do this, give them credit if they do. If they don't, I mark them down because it's a part of their grading. At the end, I also have them do a quick reflection back on the lesson to give me input on how I can make this lesson a better lesson. And that completes my lesson plan. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good day.